Good morning, my YouTube family. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. Excuse me. The Lord just woke me up with a very important message. It's brief, but it's important, and I scribbled. He just told me that, okay, how do I put this? Okay, he just told me that he's coming soon, obviously, but we don't know the hour or the day. He told me to read you these Bible verses, which I'm going to do in a moment. But he told me that none of them are good. The Democrats nor the Republicans. He told me to tell everybody out there that we should not even vote. He told me to tell you, because I myself was a Trump supporter. He said that Donald Trump seems like he's a good man, but he's only here for a time of revival. The Lord has pressed upon him for us, for our benefit. That doesn't mean that his heart has changed. That doesn't mean that he's born again, okay? I pray, and you can pray for him that he is, but there's a reason for everything he does, as the other side does. The reason is that the Lord told me that they're doing all of this, the fighting back and forth, the everything that's happening in our government, in our world, that's excuse me, but I just woke up and he's telling me this message. Everything in our world that's political, that leans toward political, is all to distract us from our Father. He told me to tell you not to trust anybody from either side. He told me to tell you not to vote. He told me to tell you to focus just on him. He told me to tell you, no matter what, if you get thrown in jail, no matter what, he will be with you. He will give us all the words to say if we lean on him and him alone. He said he placed Trump originally was, in the same circles and got where he is by not doing very well, not doing very good things. And we all could look back on Trump's life and see that he is a narcissist, and he was very mean and said vocally, and still does. He does not care what he says. He thinks he's his own God. In a sense, that's to our benefit right now, because he's not letting anybody control us, but it's not for us. It's not for we the people. He does not care about us. The other side never has cared about us, and he was friends with them. They're all a bunch of Satanists. I have to say that. He told me to tell you they all are. They've all taken oaths to get where they are. They all love money. They all love material things. Obama just bought a house in, I believe he told me, California or something like that, over $15 million. Pelosi lives in a house over $40 million. We know how Trump lives, very, 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 very well. The Clintons, very, very, very well. It states over and over in the Bible, if you worship money, then you hate God. You can only serve one master. And it's not bad to be poor. It's not bad to suffer. This world is a fallen world. So the ones that are suffering out there, we are his chosen children. Now, if you have money in this world and you're doing well, that doesn't mean that you're evil. That just means, because the Lord is the best businessman in the world, and that just means that he has blessed you and he wants you in that situation for a reason, maybe to help your brothers and sisters, maybe to learn your own lessons. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying that everybody that has money is evil, but I'm talking about the elite, places that you and I can never get to unless we sell our soul. Places that you and I, that kind of money, that kind of power, that's what I'm speaking of. Not the average American that, has a great job and gets up every day and has a new car and, just have those things. Enjoy those things because your Father gave you the opportunity to have them, but don't love those things. Love Jesus first. So he told me this is very important because what they're trying to do is distract us from Jesus. Every time we go on and we fight back and forth, I'm for this, I'm for the Democrats, I'm for Trump 2020. I myself was guilty of it, and he just instructed me not to do it anymore. I'm shaking, but he told me that Trump is he put him in office. He was originally going to throw the election for the Clintons. It was all a setup, and that's why they hate him so much. But then the Lord pressed upon him, and he changed it. That's what God does. Through God, all is possible, and there's mysteries we don't know until we are with him that he will tell us. But the Lord put him in office and switched his mind to give us a time of revival to repent. But we are not to keep following the news. We are not to keep following those things and arguing within one another and putting division between brethren. What we are supposed to do is put on our light bulbs, put on our thinking caps, and know and go, okay. They're trying to distract us with UFOs because if the end time comes, they're going to say to the people and the non-believers that they were all abducted, so they don't get on their knees, Barak, and go, I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, God the Father. I repent. Take me up with you. They are trying to distract all believers from Jesus Christ, okay? So do not follow the news. Do not follow this election. Do not even vote, okay? That's all that I could tell you. He keeps telling me. He told me to go to Psalm 119, and it says, I will meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on your ways. He then told me to go to 1 Corinthians 35. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. He also sent me to Philippians 4. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there are any virtue, and there may be praise, think on these things. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you. Now, why am I reading from King James Version? I made a video last night, and I stated it's okay to read other versions because some of them are easier. You can still do that, but I encourage the people that don't read the Bible at all. I was wrong, and the Lord told me to tell you because I come on here and I read the Bible, and it's easier. I'm thinking, me, Lisa Crapella, which is no God and nobody without Jesus Christ. And in my mind, I said, well, let me read to them the easier version so maybe they'll understand it more. And when he sent me to 1 Corinthians 7:35, it said not to marry and to just focus on him. But when I went to King James Version, it mentioned nothing about being married. So if you're not strong in Christ yet, you will be. You have to have the discernment to go to King James Version. That's the truest one. And don't you see the difference that it said? So this message is very strong. Please believe me, he just woke me up. I literally opened my eyes. I was in a dream, and he told me to come on here and tell you that he only placed Trump in this position for a time of revival because of Trump's narcissism, and he wants to be his own God, and he wants to puff his chest out and look like the big man on campus, so to speak. He's shaking hands with many evil ones, North Korea, China, Russia. These are all bad, evil people. It is written, so it is written, so it shall be said, so it shall be done. He told me to tell you to not look on the news and follow. If you want to know what's going on, that's a different story. But do not focus on them. Do not get mixed up in this fight. That is not our fight. Our fight is against not flesh and blood. Okay, our fight is against the evil one, and we must focus on Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ alone. Delve in the word. Know the end times are near. We not know the time nor the hour, not even the angels in heaven, but we know the signs that he has given us: earthquakes, volcanoes, famine, wars, children not obeying their parents. People have become hardened and heartless. They'll walk streets and see homeless people and just spit on them or step over them and go, "Oh, get a job, you drug addict." I'm a face of homelessness. I've been homeless. I've never been a drug addict. I don't have one tattoo on my body. Not that I'm judging anybody. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is I'm not the normal face of homelessness. And when I was homeless, and he did that for a reason, because now I could come on here and tell you not all homeless people are evil and crack addicts and drug addicts. And let's go one step further. If you're weak and you become homeless, many will turn to drugs. There are people that have money and are in trouble financially right now. Maybe their small business isn't doing well because of the big box stores and because online shopping, he tells me to tell you. Maybe you are going through a divorce and your income has been cut in half, or your assets are frozen. So, you're going to be weaker. So you will pick up that drink. You will start smoking to calm yourself. You will take pills to calm yourself. You will smoke weed to calm yourself. No. As I stated in Philippians 4, what you should focus on. As I just said in Psalm, meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on yours. That's meaning to focus just on Jesus and Jesus alone. Be smart and be wise and watch the weather, watch the earthquakes, watch the volcanoes. He tells us, he's giving us signs. That's the end times. Look at how Iran had circled Israel. Israel is the key point in the end times. So I'm here to tell you not to vote, not to get caught up in politics. The evil one is using that because now everybody's eyes are open to Hollywood, so they're kind of pulling away from it. The statistics are down with people watching the Emmys. People are laughing at celebrities now. People are knowing about the Illuminati now. So he's kind of he still is using that for our children. But as far as the awoken ones, we see right through it. So now he's using politics, the evil one, to take us away from learning and listening to our Father, Jesus Christ. I implore you. I ask him to please believe me. Take off my arms, cut them off, Jesus Christ. Do anything and I'll still come on here and tell you the same thing. He literally woke me up and told me to tell you this. We are getting closer and closer. I don't know when. He won't give me or any of us, not even the angels in heaven, the time nor the hour when he returns. But again, I woke up today and I'm breathing to give this word to you that he woke me up to tell you. Stay away from all politics. They're all bad. They're all care about I call them suits. All they care about are their wallets and their money. They have all sacrificed children and eaten them to get where they are. Most of them are 33 plus degree Masons. A lot of them, I didn't even know there's a 97th degree Mason. The Lord takes me places to learn and educate me, and I listen to him. I have worked all my life. I'm by trade an interior designer. I have won awards. I have been to London. I have made a heck of a living. Of late, because of this, and I'm not playing the victim, but he tells me to tell you all the truth. My headaches have become more severe. My eye has been bothering me. I have lumps. He told me to show you. I have lumps on me, okay? If you can see, I don't know if you could see, but there's lumps on me, okay? They're not on this side. They're not on this side. I have lumps on my ankles. I have lumps under my arms. I don't know what they are. I don't care what they are. My father has me. I often I feel like Job. There's a sister out there that's a witness to that. So I know he's going to pull me through. But he's laid me down for a reason. Okay. He lays us down in green pastures. So, at a time I felt like a loser because I'm used to being out there working, just like the rest of you. And so I said, I feel like a loser laying here, but I just can't get out of bed. I do things around the house and I'm lethargic. I'm tired. I don't have an appetite. But what it's done to me is made me be closer to Jesus Christ. He talks to me every second on the hour. He wakes me up with dreams and visions. And now this morning he woke me up to tell you this. Do not vote. Do not get caught up in politics. It's a distraction. The time is going to come when you're going to wake up and you're not going to be able to get on YouTube. You're going to look over and your spouse, God forbid, won't be there. Or your neighbor's house is going to be empty and you're just going to see the clothes on the floor and go, what happened to them? And the government is going to make an announcement and say, alien abduction, and people are going to freak out. Heed my words, he said. It's not true. Drop to your knees and worship Jesus Christ. Please, he's coming, and the government is tricking you. They're trying to get you up, all of us, to divide us and get you caught up in these politics. It means nothing. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. They're all in it for their own pockets. They go to these meetings and they shake hands with North Korea, and then they go off on their vacations and their mansions and their yachts. It's all an act. It's all to distract us from Jesus Christ and God the Father. Please believe me. He told me to tell you all of this. I will be back later. I literally just woke up. I must drink water. I love you all. Look it up for yourself. And you know what? I take back my words. Ask the Lord to give you wisdom. Ask and you shall receive. Only read King James Version. If you are a strong believer and you have strong discernment, you could read different Bibles, but always go back to King James Bible and your commentary and firstly pray to Jesus for wisdom. Before you read, say to him, let me understand. Guide me, and he will. I promise you, with all my heart and soul, I promise you. I will do anything to prove it to you. But please listen to this message. He just woke me up. I woke up. I've seen visions in my dream. I saw Trump shaking hands. If you look at Trump, he's always holding his hands with the prayer backwards, meaning that his hands are in a triangle backwards. That's a sign to all the evil people that he's still with them. That's a sign of Satan. They do these signs that they think we don't know, and we just think, oh, and then we often copy them. And no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do those signs. As I stated, Philippians 4:8, read it. 1 Corinthians 7:35, read it. Psalm 119:15, read it. Focus just on Jesus, not on politics. Don't get caught up in it. They're all liars. They eat children. The way that they got what they have, I can't tell you what he showed me, the horrific things they did. The visions that I saw before I woke up and came on here, you would not believe it if I told you. And he might make me divulge that in my next video when I'm awakened truly, because I'm groggy right now. But he said, it's a very important, child, to get up, go in the Word, and tell them this. So I did. I love you all. Please believe me. I only speak the word of Jesus Christ. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Be careful what you're doing. Be of sober mind. Get away from the computer. Get away from the porn. Get away from the alcohol. Get away from the weed. Get away from anything that takes you away from Jesus Christ. He states in the Bible to be holy and of sober mind. Why? Because when it's time, you need to know what to do. I love you. God bless you. I will be back.